Alright, welcome back folks to our Star Trek 25th anniversary playthrough. That's brought to us by Worm. Thank you for supporting the channel. And last time we played was a while ago, and I do not remember what we were doing, so yeah, this will be a lot of fun. This will be a whole lot of fun. So, let's talk to, no, not this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I messed up already.
We're off course, Captain.
Instruments indicate that we have crossed the Klingon neutral zone. Klingon ship is arming its weapon systems and raising shields.
Damage control standing by, sir.
Message from the Klingon commander, sir.
On screen, Lieutenant.
Enterprise, you are in violation of Klingon space. Your ship is forfeit. Prepare to die.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because we're not dealing with that. We're just gonna reload. Seems like our quest was trial. I don't know what trial is, but now that I have the keyboard commands back on, we want to talk to Ara.
Orders are to proceed to the Digifal system.
Okay, we gotta go to the Digifal system. Alright. And to go to the Digifal system, we gotta look at the star map, which is number 7. And that would be right there. Okay. So navigation. Digifal is there. No, there.
Captain, a Klingon battle cruiser has entered the system.
Open hailing frequencies. This is Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. Klingon battlecruiser, you are in Federation space. You must leave immediately.
I am Commander Taras of the Nizra. We are in pursuit of a genocidal criminal. We are performing an act of mercy in removing him from your space. Naturally, you will remove your vessel from this system, for your own safety, of course.
I think we can take care of ourselves, Taraz, which is more than I can say for you, if the Nizra does not leave Federation space at once.
Okay.
You are in direct violation of the Organian Treaty, mister. If you have a problem, have your fleet commander take it up with them. If a Federation criminal were to pass into Klingon space, you'd be saying the same thing to me. Who do you think you're trying to fool, Taraz? Get your ship out of here now.
Get your ship out of here. Ooh.
You are in... I think we can take care of ourselves, Taraz, which is more than I can say for you, if the Nizra does not leave Federation space at once.
It's probably something with
you
the
are in direct
Argonian
violation
Treaty.
Of the Organian Treaty, mister.
Yeah,
if you have a
it's probably
problem,
this.
have your fleet commander take it up with them. If a Federation criminal were to pass into Klingon space, you'd be saying the same thing to me.
Probably that. Organian Treaty is the treaty between Federation and the Klingons. So it's probably this.
If we are not allowed to capture this criminal, Captain, you may do this for us. We insist that we remain here to monitor the situation, but we will take no action, provided that you can bring him to us in 12 hours.
Agreed. Vessels of war are not allowed in Federation space. You will pull back to the Organian neutral zone, and do so immediately. Agreed.
Nerd? What do you mean? What do you mean, nerd? Alright. Guess I'll talk to Spock. I gotta check the controls again because it's been so long. Talk to Spock is T.
Nothing to report, Captain.
Nothing to report. Okay.
Orders are to proceed to the Digifal system.
Well, we're here. There's the ship. Where's the planet? Enter orbit?
Entering standard orbit.
There we go. Talk to everyone.
Hailing frequencies open.
Okay. Back to Mr.
I
Truck.
have pinpointed the source of the energy trail from Hakur.
Hakur? Alright. We'll save.
Save new game.
Yes.
Too many games saved.
Yeah.
Save new, replace, delete previous game.
Delete. Love 3.
Save new game. Cancel, delete previous.
Delete. Love 5.
Save new game. Cancel, replace previous. Save, delete previous.
Let's delete. Mess 2.
Save new game.
Okay. Save new game. Trial 2? I guess we gotta beam on? Beam me up.
Assemble a landing party. Unless we find this so-called criminal, we're going to war.
Oh, someone here.
Jim, that man is dressed in ancient Aztec clothing.
I believe you are mistaken, Doctor. His clothing bears a distinct resemblance to fashions of a much later period. The humanoid's adornments appear similar to those worn by leaders of Earth's early 20th century inhabitants of the South American continent.
What do you know about Earth culture? He looks like an ancient Aztec.
You get no response.
I'm just a security officer, sir.
God
I'm
damn
just
it,
a security
Stragey.
officer, sir.
He doesn't seem to be an. He doesn't seem to be an. He doesn't seem to be
I
an.
guess I'll talk to the person. Well, let's look.
There is a tall, slender, dark-haired man looking intently at you.
I use my other things again.
I am picking up strange energy readings from the alien. Perhaps Dr. McCoy could provide better data.
He appears human. All life signs are normal, but I'm getting strange energy readings near the base of the pituitary gland.
Right. Right. How do I open my inventory? Well, we'll talk to the guy.
Greetings, my children. I can barely imagine that you have come so far.
I am Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise. Did you know the Klingons are looking for you? I'm Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise. What did you do to get the Klingons so upset? We're not your children, and we don't appreciate this wild goose chase you forced us into.
Okay.
I am Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise. Did you know the Klingons are looking for you?
The Klingons? Amazing. This is the first time one of my missions has produced results so swiftly.
Listen, mister. Any missions conducted within Klingon space fully jeopardize the peace. Damn right the results were swift. The Klingons have been raiding colonies looking for you. Listen, mister. Any missions conducted
Mister.
within Klingon space fully jeopardize the peace. Damn right the results were swift. The Klingons have been raiding colonies looking for you.
I don't know which one to pick.
Listen, mister. Any missions conducted within Klingon space fully jeopardize the peace.
This makes sense.
Damn right
This
the
is
results
more
were
direct.
swift. The Klingons have been raiding colonies looking for you.
2? Alright, I'll trust you guys.
No, you must be lying. They could not be raiding if they are looking for me. Violence was not the message of any of my missions. I, Quetzalcoatl, preach universal brotherhood and peace.
Quetzalcoatl? How fitting you would name yourself after one of the most bloody-handed gods in Earth's history.
Bloody-handed? My people love peace.
Your followers regularly sacrificed other believers to you after you left, offering you their still-beating hearts. Ha! You mean your followers loved pieces. They slaughtered other believers hoping you'd return.
Jeez.
Your followers regularly sacrificed other believers to you after you left, offering you their still beating hearts.
Terrible pronunciation of Quetzalcoatl. Isn't that how you say it?
Impossible. You must be lying.
And then your followers were destroyed, because when white men arrived on that continent, they were believed to be you in your promised return. Your people perverted your teachings, then were destroyed by it.
Foul, lying creatures! My gift was wasted upon you! Be gone! Clearly are not the inheritors of the noble Aztec world. What you have said has greatly disturbed me. You should not lie so. You shall remain here until you have learned the error of angering Quetzalcoatl.
Oh no.
Save new game.
Rail 3. Alright, How do we open our inventory? That's... I don't remember. It's bothering me.
I'm picking up residual energy readings from the area where the alien's projection was.
Okay.
You fail to obtain anything. You fail to obtain anything. You pick up some rocks from the pile. You fail to obtain... You fail to obtain any...
Okay. The snake runs away when I try to grab it. There's a vine here.
The vine is attached to a tree above you.
Can I take it? Oh, there we go. Use the rock.
The snake has gone back into the hole, Captain.
Oh, okay. I grab the snake now. Oh, snake get! What does that do?
You already have rocks.
Well,
Save new game. Replace delete previous game. Replace previous.
give red shirt to snake now. Okay, what now? They climb the vine?
The vine is attached to a tree above you. You fail to obtain anything. The vine is not within reach. You fail to obtain anything.
It is logical that an entity that professes to teach peace would render our phasers inoperative.
My phaser's gone.
There's There's nothing there requiring a ship. There's nothing there requiring a ship's dock. Does it look sick to you, Captain?
Okay, McCoy, keep it civil. A rock. Oh, it worked.
Fascinating. It did appear to knock the vine down near to the point where one of us can reach it.
Didn't they have baseball on Vulcan? Show us your fastball, Jim.
Baseball? No one plays that anymore. Good try, though, sir.
They played baseball in Star Trek Deep Space Nine, don't you know? Alright. So we did it, right?
The vine is attached to a tree above you. The vine is attached to a tree above you. You fail to obtain anything.
I kind of threw it on the light.
Nothing happens.
The probability of getting the vine on the second try was only 36.53%. Well done, Captain.
Probability? That was a perfect pitch if I ever saw one.
All right. We're on our way.
Okay.
The vine is attached to a tree.
Them back muscles. Look at that. Bye, red shirt. Don't bring him up. Why? We might need him later. Probably.
I am reading a life form to the west. It appears to be humanoid. Nothing to report, Captain. I am reading a life form to the west. It appears to be humanoid. I am reading a life...
Save new game. Trees to the left of you, trees to the right of you. Into the valley of trees race the landing party. McCoy is filled with premonitions of injury and death. Why else would they have brought him along?
You're right.
This great tree has been in this jungle for centuries. Trees to the left. This great tree has been in this jungle.
Scan it.
There's nothing there requiring...
Alright, let's keep going then. Nope.
I am Tolokzak, priest of Quetzalcoatl. Only one who knows his ways may approach his holy ground. I will not listen to your deceitful ways.
Towering over your security officer, holding a great spear in his huge hand, the great warrior Tolokzak will let no one pass him.
Perhaps our host will be more reasonable now. I recommend trying to locate him, Captain.
Did you ever get the feeling that people don't like you?
He doesn't seem to be
Nice planet. I kind of like it.
Okay.
Nothing unusual here, Captain.
Apply snake. Okay.
Indeed, you know the ways of Quetzalcoatl, but only a man of courage, one who will shed blood, will pass.
Okay. Red?
Well, there is a doctor here, so I guess it's all right. They never told me I'd be doing this at the Academy.
You are truly a noble man, unlike the coward who is not capable of shedding his own blood. You may pass, but beware the man in the golden robe. He may lead you to your death. Use this knife to defend yourself.
Wait a minute. I think I want to do something.
I am Tolokzak, priest of Quetzalcoatl.
I think I get it.
Indeed, you know the ways of Quetzalcoatl, but only a man of courage, one who will shed blood, will pass. Self-sacrifice is the noblest quality of humanity. You may go. Beware the monster in the water. You may have my knife to defend yourself.
Ah, there we go. That's probably the right thing to do, because we used the snake on the,
You pick up the beautifully crafted knife.
we used the snake on the red shirt. That's what we did.
Save new game. Too many games. Save. Replace previous game.
Yeah. Maybe I need to use the healing.
There's nothing there requiring a ship's doctor.
You should feel bad. I was following your advice there, Mike. If anyone should feel bad, it should be you.
Nice planet. I kind of like it.
Gotta like it.
Perhaps our host will be more reasonable now. I recommend trying to locate him, Captain.
Okay. Is there anything we can...
Primitive lights illuminate this savage scene. Primitive lights illuminate. He looks at you with a puzzled expression.
I saw kill red shirt already. Was it not Mike?
These lamps are made up of insects much like fireflies, Jim.
Fascinating. These lights are actually swarms of bioluminescent insects. I wonder how they are controlled.
It turns out the snake bite is...
Still inoperative, Captain.
Doesn't matter. It was Ash. Oh, okay. I thought it was Mike. You know Mike and his bloodlust. Where do I go?
You are in a dark forest. You can hear the flow of water to the northwest. Below this rock is a large growth of mushrooms. McCoy doesn't want to be bothered right now.
Go to the water. Sure. Give me a second. I gotta scan stuff.
I would strongly recommend against touching these, Jim. They're highly toxic.
Troutzakian mushrooms. Their spores are highly toxic and are released if they are disturbed.
Well, not gonna do that.
Save new game. Cancel. Delete previous game. Save new game.
A large fern fans the pathway.
It vaguely resembles the Terran Spanish bayonet. The edges of the leaf are razor sharp and secrete a poisonous resin.
I certainly see nothing there calling for a ship's doctor.
Have the red shirt tested. No! Why do you guys want to... Why do you guys want me to kill the red shirt?
The river water is too muddy to get an idea of its depth, or what may be beneath its surface. This plant has a rather thick stem and prickly leaves.
Damn, that's going to hurt, Jim. Take a look at those thorns. You might try cutting that with something.
Oh, cutting that?
Captain, I would recommend using something to cut the plant. There are numerous small thorns along the stem.
Hey there, Dark Young. How you doing? How was the stream? What were you playing? The Watcher. How was it?
Save new game. Replace previous.
Dead Prostitutes classy stream. Oh, I would expect nothing less from Dark. Okay. Now what?
The tricorder registers a life form, a large marine creature lurking just below the surface of the water. Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain.
Jim, there's some kind of an aquatic creature down there.
Maybe we can throw a rock?
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Oh!
It would appear that the plant secretes a chemical that is a natural repellent to the creature. It has retreated far downstream, Captain.
Okay. How were you supposed to know
new
that?
game. Too many games. Save new cancel. Delete previous game. Save new game.
I'm gonna assume. Oh. The real game is the safe state management. Yes, sir. Alright, boys. You know what to do? Start scanning.
My tricorder indicates unusual energy patterns in this direction, Captain. These stalactites were made from limestone deposits. They took millennia to form.
Millennia?
My tricorder indicates unusual energy patterns in this direction, Captain. My tricorder indicates unusual energy patterns in this direction, Captain. This appears to be a formation of raw dilithium crystals, Captain.
Dilithium crystals?
These stalactites were made from limestone deposits. They took millennia to form.
We take it?
You will need something to pry it loose.
I think what we need is a knife.
You have one dilithium crystal in raw form.
Okay.
Save new game. Replace previous.
Is there anything else here?
I certainly see nothing there calling for a ship's doctor.
Maybe processed dilithium? I know they used it in the ship in Star Trek. That's about it. The red shirt playing on his Game Boy.
I watched as you worked through the problems I set in your path. You are a valiant, intelligent species. Please sit down. We have much to discuss.
Sorry, red shirt.
I've had it up to here with so-called superior beings terrorizing my crew because we're so primitive. Maybe you should see how primitive you are before you go around testing others. One thing first, if you're so peaceful, how come the Aztecs were so violent and aggressive? Yes, I guess we do. Go on. I've had it up to here with so-called superior beings terrorizing my crew because we're so primitive. Maybe you should see how primitive you are before you go around testing others. One thing first, if you're so peaceful, how come the Aztecs were so violent and aggressive?
Anything that can power up the starship is probably dangerous. Yeah, maybe. I mean, if you think about it, like gas, well, oil. You can carry oil, carry gas, gasoline. It can explode. But sure. Spaceship.
I tried to teach them the concept of self-sacrifice. It would appear they did not completely understand my teachings. You are clearly not the liars I thought you to be. Were you telling me the truth about my disciples? That they became ruthless savages?
The Federation is not in the business of lying, mister.
Mister?
Absolutely. Your best intentions were changed by the imperfect humans that you left in charge after you departed. Such is the way of our race, I'm afraid. You messed up in a big way. Perhaps you should try following the Prime Directive. It changed our lives. The Federation is not in the business of lying, mister. Absolutely. Your best intentions were changed by the imperfect humans that you left in charge after you departed. Such is the way of our race, I'm afraid. You messed up in a big way. Perhaps you should try following the Prime Directive. It changed our lives. The Federation... Absolutely.
I sense truth in this. Perhaps this is what happened to my children on the Klingon world of Rakur, which would explain why they are searching for me. I have clearly abused the power that was given me long ago.
You show great wisdom, sir, but your statement implies that you wish to change your condition.
Indeed. If my mission of peace was overthrown, then I am no longer worthy of my power. Tell me, has your species made progress in the medical arts?
We're a technologically advanced starfaring race. What do you think? That we wouldn't have made progress in medicine? With Dr. McCoy, I sometimes wonder, but yes, I would say we have made considerable advances.
Why are we pushing Dr. McCoy under the bus here?
Yes, why do you ask? We're a technologically advanced starfaring race. What do you think? That we wouldn't have made progress in medicine?
This is condescending. I doubt this is it.
With Dr. McCoy, I sometimes wonder, but yes, I would say we have made considerable advances. Yes, why do you ask? We're a technologically advanced starfarer. With Dr. McCoy, I sometimes wonder, but yes, I would say we have made considerable advances.
Then I shall ask to make use of your advances.
Listen to Freeport.
At the top of my spine is a gland not found in your species. This is the seat of my power. I wish you to remove it, thereby making me immortal.
Jim, I'll try, but the physiology is completely alien.
You've got to do it, Bones. If the Klingons realize he's no longer a threat to them, perhaps we can avoid a war. Scotty 5 to beam up.
Captain, 3 Klingon heavy battle cruisers have just entered the system. Admiral Kenka is hailing us, sir.
Federation starship, this is Admiral Vlik Pinka of the Cleartech. You harbor a criminal who has caused the destruction of the entire population of Hrak-Kor. We are not prepared to negotiate. You will proceed to Hrak-Kor, where a court of Cleon justice will be convened. If you refuse, we shall destroy you.
Admiral Vlik, the criminal of whom you speak is in the middle of a very delicate medical procedure. He cannot be handed over to anyone at this time. I cannot believe Quetzalcoatl's mission to Hrak-Kor would cause the deaths of the entire planet.
Hey there, Yashbe.
Since when do Klingons give orders to Federation officers, Admiral? I realize it's difficult for a Klingon, but don't be a fool.
Okay, this is gonna get us killed. Probably the first one.
Admiral Vlik, the criminal of whom you speak is in the middle of a very delicate medical procedure. He cannot be handed over to anyone at this time.
His attempt to corrupt the Empire with his philosophy led to the destruction of all life on Hrak-Kor.
How could a philosophy of peace and non-violence cause the destruction of all life on Hrak-Kor?
Hrak-Kor has been governed by my family for generations, but even they were corrupted by him. It was a matter of honor that his lies had to be silenced, no matter what the cost.
My God, you killed your own people just because they acquired a philosophy that you disagreed with? So you killed them, your own family. You were responsible for the deaths, not Quetzalcoatl. You murdered them. You're insane. Tell me, how much do your commanders know about what you did? Or do you need to kill Quetzalcoatl to hide your own deeds? My God, you killed your own people just because they acquired a philosophy that you disagreed with? So you killed them, your own family. You were responsible for the deaths, not Quetzalcoatl. You murdered them. You're insane. Tell me, how much do your commanders know about what you did? Or do you need to kill Quetzalcoatl to hide your own deeds?
Captain, the weapons systems on all 3 cruisers have become active.
Oh no! This is probably not the good idea.
Raising shields.
I don't think I can take on 3 heavy battle cruisers.
Arming weapons.
Hailing frequencies open.
Enterprise has been destroyed. Load a previously saved game.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh man.
I watched as you worked. Please sit down.
I've had it up to one thing first. If you're so peaceful,
I tried to. You are.
The Federation is not absolutely. Your best intentions were changed by the imperfect humans that you left in charge of.
I sensed.
You show.
Indeed.
We're a technological with
Then I shall ask. At the top of my spine is a gland.
Jim, I'll try.
You've got to do it, Bo. Scotty 5 to beam up.
Captain, 3 Klingon heavy battle. Admiral Kenka.
Federation starship.
Admiral Vlicht, the criminal of whom you speak is in the middle of a very delicate medical...
His attempt to corrupt the Empire with his...
How could a philosophy of peace and non-violence...
Rapcore has been governed by my family.
My God, you killed your own people just because they acquired a philosophy that you disagreed with? So you killed them, your own family. You were responsible for their deaths. My God.
It was that creature's fault. Had he not interfered in our affairs, the people of Rapcore would be alive. Clearly, he is responsible.
Message from Starfleet Command.
I'll argue this with you later, Blake.
Contact your superiors, Kirk. You may be surprised.
I have bad news, Captain. The Organians have ruled that Quetzalcoatl's interference in Klingon affairs renders him subject to Klingon law. You are to turn your prisoner over to them at Harcourt. Klingon law will permit you to observe or aid in his defense. But be very careful, Jim. Starfleet out.
Captain, you cannot turn him over to those butchers. That would be murder.
We have no choice, Scotty. I'm afraid Quetzalcoatl has a date with Klingon justice. Set course for Harcourt, Mr. Chekhov. Captain's log. We have come to the ruined Klingon planet of Harcourt to deliver our guest, the mythical entity Quetzalcoatl, to a Klingon court. Dr. McCoy, Mr. Spock, and Ensign Benny and I have been granted permission by the Organians to witness this trial, which I expect to be a travesty of any meaningful definition of justice.
Oh boy.
Spock, come with me. Mr. Scott, you have the con.
The prisoner and his witnesses will stand forth, so the trial may begin.
Save new game. Too many games. Save new game. Cancel. Delete. Replace. Delete. Preview. Save new game.
All right. Take out the phasers.
Low-level radiation within safety limits, but you wouldn't want to spend more than a few days here. Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain.
There's nothing there. One healthy adult Klingon male. There's nothing there requiring a ship's doctor. He's still weak from the operation.
Talk to the boys.
I've got nothing to say to you, Jim.
He doesn't seem to be in a talkative mood.
I'm frightened, Captain. But if I am to die, then I shall die well.
Captain, I estimate the odds of this court acquitting Quetzalcoatl at 0.086%.
Oh boy. We're gonna reload a lot for this one.
So, Kirk, we finally meet. I had thought it would be in battle, but the universe holds many surprises.
There's nothing less appealing than a gloating Klingon, Vlicht. Let's get this trial underway. Stick around, Vlicht. There are more surprises awaiting you. Why does every Klingon tell me they expected to meet me in battle? You really have a one-track mind. There's nothing less appealing than a gloating Klingon, Vlicht. Let's get this trial underway. Stick around, Vlicht. There are more surprises awaiting you. Why does every Klingon tell me they expected to meet me in battle? You really have a one-track mind.
Though the judge is Klingon, so I don't know about using the third one.
There's nothing less appealing than a gloating Klingon, Vlicht. Let's get this trial underway. Stick around, Vlicht. There are more surprises awaiting you.
This one doesn't generalize the Klingons.
So be it! This begins the trial of the entity Quetzalcoatl, who is charged with impersonating a Klingon, stirring dissent, encouraging cowardice, and treason in the highest degree.
Those are serious charges, Vlicht. Should he not be tried by a Klingon High Court?
He has not demonstrated honor, Kirk. Only a proven warrior may be tried in High Court. Principles of honor are not applicable to his defense.
I'm a warrior, Vlicht. I hereby intervene for him and demand the honors and responsibilities of a warrior's trial. And this trial is a mockery for the entire galaxy to see. Oh, well, I'm afraid you're on your own, Quetzalcoatl.
Well,
I'm a warrior, Vlicht. I hereby intervene for him and demand the honors and responsibilities of a warrior's trial. And this trial is a mockery for the entire galaxy to see.
it's probably this one.
Oh, well, I'm afraid you're on your own, Quetzalcoatl.
This one seems to be the worst one.
I'm a warrior, Vlicht. I hereby intervene for him and
Could
demand
be
the
this.
honors and responsibilities of a warrior's trial. And this trial is a mockery for the entire galaxy to see.
Is probably this. Number one.
I'm a warrior, Vlicht.
A Federation officer claiming the rights of a Klingon warrior. How dare you insult me, Kirk?
I've faced Klingons both in personal and ship-to-ship combat. Your own records will confirm this. If I'm not worthy of their honors, why didn't they kill me?
That oversight, Kirk, is easily rectified. You and your 3 companions may face the test that we set for the Defender. Then we shall see if you are as worthy as a Klingon.
I want your word of honor, Vlicht, that Quetzalcoatl will not be harmed while we take these tests.
Very well. You have my word. Captain Calarax, transport them to the test of life.
What is this place?
Not much is known about Rakur, Ensign. This would appear to be some sort of a mining installation. That creature might be a native life form.
A test of courage? That is the Klingon way.
I somehow doubt that Vlicht intends for us to survive this, whatever the outcome. We're the only thing that stands between him and the killing of Quetzalcoatl that he can justify.
Why should he worry about justification, Captain? He's a Klingon. Murder is as natural to them as breathing.
That's not true, Ensign. However, I suspect that Vlicht's attack on Rakur exceeded his orders. He needs Quetzalcoatl as a scapegoat, and he needs a fair trial to avoid an inquiry of his own actions.
And our deaths will be the only way he can get it. Great.
Huh?
Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain. This rock has a high iron content.
High iron content.
This creature is composed of electrical fields. I would not recommend approaching it. A metal projectile might disrupt its fields and render it harmless.
Okay.
These wooden rods are support beams that were not placed.
Okay.
This rock has a high iron content. Captain, I have calculated the odds of surviving this at...
Shut up, Spock. How could you do it, Jim? I spent hours trying to save his life, and you just gave him away in seconds to the Klingons.
Why do I have the feeling that I'm about to have a bad day?
I wonder why he's mad, though. Maybe we took the wrong options at the trial.
A field of static lightning. It seems to be moving in a purposeful manner. Save new game. Cancel. Delete previous game. Save new game.
Okay. Use the wood on the floor. Plunk. Well, it said it needed metal to disperse it, so I don't think wood...
Nothing happens.
Yeah. Please solve the puzzle fast. Well, if you guys help me, we'll get it done. Maybe I need to hit something with the wood. Plunk. Shoot everything with the phaser. Oh? Oh, it was actually this.
You melt some of the rock.
Right. And then I use the wood rod.
You coat the rod with molten iron. It hardens quickly.
As I suspected, Captain, the creature is in stasis. It should awaken in 3.48 days.
I bet it'll be mad.
I bet it'll be mad. Well, not our problem.
Save new game. Cancel, delete previous, replace previous.
All right. Well, that was well done. Good job, guys. And the rod?
Nothing to report, Captain.
It's blue cigarette.
Nothing to report, Captain. An entry coder for the door, keyed to a number sequence. The tricorder is unable to determine the code, but can scan the mechanism.
Okay.
Nothing to report, Captain.
There's nothing there requiring a ship's doctor.
Captain, there is a force field between us and the planet. We have your position at approximately 30 meters beneath the surface of Hakor, and what appears to be the ruins of an archaeological dig. Keep us informed. We'll help you all we can. We can analyze any data you gather through the main computer.
Uhura, prepare to receive a tricorder message. There is a door with an entry coder here. Try to analyze the circuits and let the main computer crack the code.
Scan complete. Main computer has the code. We also read an anomaly. Something else has tapped into the key code. Shall I analyze?
I want that door open. Affirmative, Uhura.
Sir, we have a secondary code that is nested in the Klingon program. Computer is unable to analyze its function. Shall we broadcast it to you when you activate the keypad?
Affirmative.
Good luck, Captain.
Yes.
Save new game. Replace a slightly antiquated Klingon lock mechanism.
There is nothing at the moment for me to do there.
What the?
What is this place?
This is not Klingon technology, Captain.
Even I can see that, you pointy-eared freak.
Gentlemen, I suggest we start trying to find out what this is. I have a feeling we've come someplace Flick wasn't expecting us to go.
Okay.
We've got to get out of here, Jim.
I suspect, Captain, that the machinery is activated by placing the gems in the proper slots. We should determine a system for this.
You look but see nothing of note. Openings on the platform. Place something in these holes. This large gem appears to be a ruby of unusual size. This is obviously artificial. This large gem appears to be an emerald of unusual size. This is obviously artificial. This large gem appears to be a sapphire of unusual size. This is obviously artificial.
I guess I gotta put the gems in the thing? save? Then we'll do
Save
it one
new
at a
game.
time.
Replace previous game. You fail to obtain.
Planetary defenses revived. All alien vessels in orbit destroyed.
Load a previously saved game.
What?
You fail to obtain. You fail to obtain anything.
Good job, Captain. How was I supposed to know? Wait, why don't I scan everything?
Nothing to report, Captain.
Nothing to report.
Your tricorder's recording functions are working, but it does not seem to be able to analyze. Your tricorder's recording function.
Well, green is go, so surely green is the right answer and it's not going to destroy the whole planet, right? I mean, there's only so many combinations we can do. If after this, if it doesn't work, we're going to go all blue. Then red, green, blue, and then red, green, green, blue, red, I guess, or two reds.
This is Bialbi, High Mentalic of Rakur. For defense, use the light of war. For information, use my light. For transportation, use the light of travel. Sequences are keyed by combinations of crystals. Integrator now active.
Wait.
Save new game. Replace previous game. Delete previous. Save new game. Too many games saved. Save new. Replace. Delete. Save new game.
This is Bialbi, the most advanced life form on this world. Thank you for informing us of the situation. It shall be resolved. Admiral Vlicht, this is the defensive system of Rakur. You have engaged in genocidal activities on this world. Have you anything to say before your sentence is passed?
Kirk! This is your doing!
No, Admiral, it is not. But that will suffice as a final public statement. The sentence is banishment to you and all members of your crew who were involved in this action.
You have no right to try me!
I have as much right as you to conduct trials on this planet. You showed no justice to your victim. The penalty for injustice is death.
Kirk!
Hoist on your own petard, eh, Vlicht? Do you want me to help you? You tried to send me to my death. Now you can rot as you get what you deserve. If I have your word that Quetzalcoatl goes free, I'm willing to intervene to save you. Hoist on your own petard, eh, Vlicht? Do you want me to help you? You tried to send me to my death. Now you can rot as you get what you deserve. If I have your word that Quetzalcoatl goes free,
Kirk would probably
I'm willing
do
to
3.
intervene to save you.
Most probably do 3. Because we're the good guys, and that's what good guys do.
Agreed.
A life for a life is a just bargain, but his crimes are beyond count.
I do not see what can be served by more killing.
Idealism, an advanced concept. Naive, perhaps, but charming in its simplicity. Admiral Vlicht, the entity Quetzalcoatl shall be set free. If you ever return to this sector, the sentence shall be carried out. No Klingon vessel may ever return to this world.
Very well. I agree to your terms.
As for you, Captain, you may return. I find your social development most pleasing.
I fear that politics will make it impossible. Your planet is in Klingon space, but I don't understand why the Klingons never detected you.
Their archaeological digs did come close, Captain, but I am very elusive. I waited and monitored the situation and chose to reveal myself to you. Now you may go. Heed my warning, Vlicht. I shall not be merciful a second time.
Klingon ship leaving the area.
We will be setting course for Digifowl. It's the closest thing to a home that Quetzalcoatl has.
It would appear everything worked out for the best.
Except for the people of Rakkur, Mr. Spock. Except for the dead.
Yeah, that was an episode.
We have read your report on the problems at Rakkur and evaluate your performance at 100%. You and your crew received 4 commendation points. A perfect mission, Jim. You are a model for all Starfleet.
That old devil moon.
That old devil moon.
Message from Starfleet, sir.
On screen, Lieutenant.
The Enterprise will proceed to the Alpha Proxima system. While the indigenous race on Proxima 3 has not reached a technological level commensurate with entering the Federation, and therefore under the protection of the Prime Directive of non-interference, we do maintain a discrete monitoring satellite. It has picked up activity from an asteroid in an elliptical orbit. You are to investigate without interfering with life on the planet.
According to the library computer, the Alpha Proxima system has 5 planets and an asteroid belt. A large asteroid is heading towards the inner planets and should pass close by Proxima 3. It passes through the interior of the system once every 200 years. The people of Proxima 3 call it Scythe, the same name as their god of war.
God of War, Mr. Spock? Isn't that a bit surprising from a people whose technology matches 20th century Earth?
Considering the level of warfare during that century, I'm surprised that it is Earth that did not have a god of war. In any case, about a millennium ago, Proxima 3 suffered a globally devastating war.
Blew themselves back to the Stone Age, Mr. Spock?
Late Bronze Age, Ensign. They rebuilt their world in half the time it had taken to get there originally. But the Armageddon was mythologized as a battle between the Soths and Lucas. In that war, the planet was raised, and all the gods died except Scythe. He had rained fury down upon the world, then went off on a long dance of victory. His return is a time for worldwide soul-searching and atonement.
And Scythe returns and our monitoring station picks up activity.
It would seem that we should proceed to Alpha Proxima and scan Scythe.
Well, first off, you gonna save?
Save new game. Replace previous game. Save new too many games. Save replace delete previous. Save new game.
Whole moon. Oh, moon. Moon 1. So, something Alpha Proxima, right?
Our orders are to proceed to Alpha Proxima, sir.
Alright. That would be Alpha Proxima 12. Okay. Okay.
We are out of sensor range, Captain. I suggest we orbit the asteroid.
What asteroid?
I am picking up primitive radio broadcasts from Proxima 3, sir, but nothing from Scythe.
Do I have to do something else? I pressed orbit.
Entering standard orbit.
What am I looking at?
A sensor scan of size reveals surface features consistent with damage left by a nuclear attack. It would seem to have been a target during Proxima's war.
Scythe rained fury down on the planet and then left on a dance of victory. A missile base, Captain?
It would seem to make sense.
Captain, I just monitored a narrow beam message from Scythe to Proxima 3. I don't have it all. I just caught a bit of the initial burst. I'm attempting a translation, but it appears to be a computer code.
Any response from the planet?
The Proxtrites will not have the equipment necessary to understand and reply to that code for another 25.6 years at their present rate of development.
Do I beam down?
Captain's log. Spock, come with me. Mr. Scott, you have the con.
Captain, Mr. Scott wishes to speak with you.
Mr. Scott?
Aye, we've had some slight problems with the transporters.
We didn't notice anything beaming down.
Just a glitch in the main transporter program. Mr. Kyle is loading a backup and we're performing tests. The transporters will be down for about an hour.
That will still give us plenty of time, Scotty.
I know. I have the lads in engineering doing a complete overhaul of the ship's systems.
Good, Mr. Scott. I'll keep you posted. Kirk out.
Unremarkable except for low-grade power emanations from the door area. As expected, Captain, the source of power emanations lies beyond that door.
A power source that has lasted millennia and endured major catastrophes. That's fascinating, Mr. Spock.
Do you have Vulcan blood, Ensign?
No, sir.
The rocks have a high quantity of triphosphorus silver in them.
Silver?
Large quantities of atmosphere are being circulated through these rocks. I would guess there are storage units within this satellite which are constantly replacing the atmosphere that is lost because of this moon's weak gravity.
Which means that this moon might still be inhabited, Mr. Spock.
We have detected no signs of life, Captain, but the possibility does exist. The rocks have a high quantity of triphosphorus silver in them. I cannot get readings from this range, Captain. But if we do not hurry, there will be nothing left to get a reading on.
You retrieve a rock.
Okay. Right.
Save new game. Can replace pre-delete. Save new game.
Moon 2. Go to the door.
Captain, I'm afraid we got a wee problem here.
What is it, Scotty?
There is some sort of virus in the main computer. Our phasers and tractor beams have been disabled, and there's no way we're getting them back in 3 hours.
There goes our backup plan. Do what you can, Mr. Scott.
Aye, I will, Captain. I may yet have a trick or two that I can pull, but don't count on any miracles.
Isolate that virus. That's your #1 priority.
That it is, Captain. We'll keep you informed. Scott out.
The ship's
The
disabled.
door still appears to be in operating condition. There is power running to the keypad. A working display panel, Captain. This appears to be a dust-covered lens of some sort. The origin point for the broadcast to Uhura monitored was approximately 50 meters beyond this door.
We should stay inside as much as possible. We must try to protect ourselves from the cosmic radiation.
This door is huge. If they were humanoid, they could have been giants.
From what we know about the Lucres, they had an affinity for size. Their machines weren't just equipment. They were also monuments.
I can believe that.
Spock, see what you can do with that log.
Code? I don't know the code. How would I know the code?
That did not seem to work, Captain. Perhaps we should try a number that had some significance to them. Remember, they were very superstitious.
There is nothing at the moment for me to do there.
What? Oh, did we mess up? No, I remember we did something in a previous mission.
May I respectfully remind the Captain that we haven't accomplished our mission, sir.
Our orders are to proceed to Alpha Proxima, sir.
I remember we did something wrong.
Entering standard orbit.
Now you might ask yourself, what is he talking about? What did he forget? Let's talk to the boys.
A sensor scan of Psi reveals surface features consistent.
Psi, Rick.
It would seem...
Captain, I just monitored...
Any response from...
The proc strikes... Still translating, Captain.
What we have to do is... Scythe.
Scythe. A large asteroid in an elliptical orbit in the Alpha Proxima system. Spectral analysis of its composition indicates that it has minimal atmosphere and that it was once a moon of the planet Proxtra, hurled out of its orbit by a catastrophe. The 17th letter of the Lucre alphabet is named Scythe, probably not by coincidence.
Lucre?
Lucres. One of the two ancient cultures of Proxtra, see Sophs. The Lucres believed that a man who made the most of his ability was a god. Their individualism put themselves at odds with the communitarianism of the Sophs. The Lucres used base 3. Their organization was based on units of 3, making up sets of 99. The number 99 was known to have religious importance to them.
99 could be the code. Could be the code. Is there anything else that we need to know? Spock.
Spock. Full name. Uncodable in English language. First officer of the USS Enterprise. Spock is one of the finest science officers in Starfleet and has been awarded numerous Starfleet and Federation decorations.
What was the Lucres and the other guys? They were fighting wars, right? Who was the other guys? Sophs.
Sophs. One of the two ancient races of Proxtra. They lived in a highly advanced culture that valued the community ahead of the individual, which put them in conflict with the Lucres. The Sophs used base 4 in their mathematics, and their organization was based on units of 4 to make up sets of 100.
Base 3.
Base 3. The mathematical basis for the Luger culture. There are 3 numbers in base 3, 0, 1, and 2. Thus 3 in base 3 is 1, 0. 4 is 1, 1. 5 is 1, 2. 6 is 2, 0. 9 is 1, 0, 0. 17 is 1, 2, 2. And 99 is 1, 0, 2, 0, 0.
Oh my god. Okay, write down every single one of these.
Base 3. The mathematical
3
basis
is
for the
10.
Luger culture.
4 is
There are
11.
3
5 is
numbers in base
12.
3,
9 is
0,
100.
1, and 2. Thus 3 in base 3 is 1, 0. 4 is 1, 1. 5 is 1, 2. 6 is 2, 0. 9 is 1, 0, 0. 17 is 1, 2, 2. And 99 is 1, 0, 2, 0, 0.
Okay, what about base 4?
Base 4. The mathematical basis for the Softs culture. There are 4 numbers in base 4. 0, 1, 2, and 3. Thus 4 in base 4 is 1, 0. 7 is 1, 3. 8 is 2, 0. 12 is 3, 0. And 16 is 1, 0, 0.
I hope someone remembers this, because I won't. I know I won't. We won't need base 3? Well... knowing this game, we probably will. And it's gonna be like right at the end. Oh, the ship is gonna blow up. What is the base 3 number of 16? And we're gonna be like, oh shit. Time to reload the game again.
Spock, come with me. Mr. Scott, you have the con.
You know you can Google it, right? Do I look like I have the time to do that?
Mr. Scott?
Aye, we've had...
We didn't know.
Just a glitch.
That will still give us...
I know.
Good, Mr. Scott.
Hey, I'm streaming here.
The rocks have a high quantity of triphosphorus silver in them. Large quantities of atmosphere are being circulated through these rocks.
Which means that this moon might still be...
We have detected... I cannot get readings from this range. I cannot get readings. As expected, Captain. The source...
A power source that has lasted millennia?
Do you have Vulcan blood?
No, sir.
The rocks have a high...
It's just math.
You retrieve a rock.
My only weakness. Alright, now we're gonna save.
Save new game. Replace previous.
We did exactly everything we did last time. Gonna scan the door, like we did.
The door still appears to be in operating condition.
Captain, I'm afraid we got a...
What is it, Scott?
There is some...
There goes our...
Aye, I will, Captain.
Isolate...
That it is.
Did that before.
This appears to be a dust-covered lens of some sort. A working display panel, Captain. There is power running to the keypad. The origin point for the broadcast Uhura monitored was approximately 50 meters beyond this door.
We should stay inside as much as possible. We must try to protect ourselves from the cosmic radiation.
It looks like some sort of display panel. This is a keypad that looks functional. This is a keypad that...
Spock, see what you can do with that lock.
Okay. 10... 200. Oh, I knew.
That I see you deduced that 10200 in the Lucre's base 3 was equal to their sacred number 99.
What? How did you know this? I would have wrote like every single number that we got. I would have write that. It's easy. Oh, okay. Oh, if it's easy.
Report, Scotty. How are things going?
About as badly as a killed in a blast furnace, Captain. Wait a minute. Lieutenant Uhura has some news for you.
The virus came from our sensor sweep of the moon's computers. We believe we have analyzed the memory sectors it attacked.
Well done, Uhura.
I wish I could take credit for it. It was Mr. Kyle who found the pattern. We are attacking it with antivirus programs.
Computer science sounds more like medicine every day.
If we had a doctor as good with computers as you are with patients, we'd be having a lot fewer problems.
Finally, someone who appreciates me.
Keep working at it, Uhura. Kirk out.
All right.
Save new game. Replace previous.
All right, let's scan everything.
This door is similar to the one on the outside of the secure lock, except that it has not weathered over the years. Electrical panels indicate the keypad on the right controls the door. The interior of the security lock is unremarkable and well preserved. A computer terminal, Captain. It uses the Lucre alphabet. I think I can decipher it.
Oh, the Lucre alphabet. Okay, no problem. Well, let me talk to you first.
This place does seem to provide protection against cosmic rays.
I don't see why they bothered putting an atmosphere here, Captain. There hasn't even been bacteria here in centuries, let alone humanoids.
My tricorder is picking up large supplies of frozen oxygen, nitrogen, and carbon dioxide beneath the surface, enough to last many centuries.
At least we won't have to worry about suffocating.
Spock, see what you can do with this.
The console reports the following.
Beep, 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 beep.
Welcome to Orbital Missile Base. Codename Scythe. This base has been operational for the past week. It has completed one successful fire mission. Estimation of success is at 22 over 100.
22%? That's very low. Hardly something to brag about.
Doctor, in Base 3, 22 divided by 100 is equivalent to 8 out of 9, or 88%. I would think that quite satisfactory, given this base's probable mission of destroying the soft forces on Proxtree.
It says the base has been operational for a week, but this has been here for 1,000 years.
If the Lucres built this base with a clock that told the time by measuring the moon's rotational speed, or the gravitational forces generated by Proxtree and the sun, the computer may have calculated only a week of time has passed since its first action. I might be able to learn more with another look at the console. There is a substantial amount of data here, but in summary, Scythe was created by the Lucres as a launching platform for missiles to keep the Softs subjugated to their influence. The Softs managed to infiltrate the base. However, their actions triggered Scythe's auto-attack mechanisms and initiated a holocaust that nearly annihilated the planet. One soft strike did, in fact, hit the moon and deflected it from its orbit. It has been dormant since then.
So why has the base been activated again?
Given the damage to the moon, its slow rotation and orbit, it has never realized the war is over. On this pass, for the first time, it has detected radio wave transmissions from Proxtree. Because it does not recognize them, it assumes the Softs are still active. Its transmission to the planet, I would assume, was some sort of a check beacon to see if it should continue its mission.
Jim, let's return to the ship and blast this place to destroy its weapons.
Doctor, this moon is a god to the people down there. If we destroy it, we will violate the Prime Directive.
Spock is right, Bones. Spock, what are the chances that we could decode the transmission and send a stop code to the base?
In trinary or decimal?
Spock!
1.327 million to 1. Provided the archaeological studies about Lucre's languages are correct. Our other option is to get into this base and see if we can bring the computers down.
Okay.
There is nothing at the moment for me to do there.
The interior of the security lock is unremarkable and well preserved. The console reports the following. Welcome to Orbital Missile Base. Codename
22%?
Doctor,
It says the
if the Lucas, there is a soft one.
So why is the
given the damage? Because it's transmit.
Jim, let's return.
Doctor, this
Spock is right.
In trying.
Spock!
1 point.
Um. 122, of course. Oh my god.
If the Federation language studies were correct, the ideograph for the word scythe in the Lucas language is the 17th symbol in their alphabet that corresponds with 122 in base 3.
Smite guy, he might be a super
Save
genius.
New game. Too many games. Save new game. Cancel. Delete previous game. Save new game.
Getting hard carried by Mike here.
Captain, we have a cure for the computer virus.
Well done, Uhura.
I modified Ctrl-C to exclusively attack the Lucre virus. They annihilated each other, Captain.
Fascinating, Lieutenant.
The Klingons aren't going to be happy to learn that they helped us. How about the phasers and tractor beams?
We may get the tractor beams online in time, Captain. I'm afraid even the backup phaser transmission codes were affected. We could destroy some missiles manually, but if this complex decides to launch more than 10 missiles at a time...
Understood. The ball is in our court. We'll give it our best shot. Kirk out.
Well, let's scan the area.
Circuits and atmosphere pumps are hidden in the walls. This panel has a slot in it rather than a keypad. The slot bears traces of triphosphorus silver, and power is currently running to it. I am recording the pattern of this lock into my tricorder.
Why?
This door is made from remarkably dense alloys. Even our most powerful phaser rifle or welder would not be able to penetrate it.
The thing must be almost as tough as a starship hull.
Indeed, Ensign, and considerably thinner. A remarkable achievement in metallurgical engineering.
Talk to the boys.
When I retire from Starfleet, I'm going to write one heck of an autobiography.
Fascinating, Doctor. I look forward to reading it.
That way I can finally get someone to listen to me.
Bada bing.
Please allow me to concentrate, Captain.
At least the Enterprise is safe.
Unless the computers decide to send more powerful viruses to the Enterprise.
Then we're just going to have to prevent that.
Can't say I like the decor.
The Lucers did not leave behind many examples of their architecture.
I can see why.
Captain, with the 3K AG content of the surface rocks and the tricorder scan of the pattern inside the lock, I believe the laser drill can be used to fashion the ID card needed to open the sealed door in the other chamber.
Of course. It's obvious.
These are display panels for the laser drill. They are still functional. Nothing to report, Captain. These are display panels for the laser drill. They are still functional. The drill is unremarkable, except its aiming component is corroded and frozen in place. A storage box of some kind. I detect no dangerous substances. These are display panels for the laser drill. They are still functional.
You did bring a... Yeah, we picked up a rock. It's right here. Right here. Guess we're gotta use Spock.
These are display.
Well, let's save. Looks like dog poo.
Save new
Real
game.
mature. Real
Replace
mature.
previous game. Delete previous game. Save new game.
Okay.
You fail to obtain any.
Laser setting 1. N. Hey, see you later, man. Take care. You got this one, right? Yeah. Sure. It's 100, obviously. I mean...
Captain, the machine requests the proper coordinates before it may perform this operation. The mine shaft was drilled out of the lunar rock by a laser device, similar to the one mounted in the ceiling. I failed to see the...
This box contains old wire and connectors.
Well, it said I can use the tricorder to put the thing in the thing, right? You know what I mean.
I used the keycard pattern scanned from the lock to program the drill. It should now be able to make a template of the keycard in the rock.
Oh, in the rock.
Nothing happens.
Is that what I have to do? Move. Okay.
Spock, why don't you check out those laser drill controls?
I guess I want to use less power? No? N? 1? Well, this is probably not enough. I think I got it. Oh my god, that was pure luck. Okay, let's save.
Save new game. Replace previous.
That was your luck. Alright, so I'm gonna use the key card.
This appears to be the brain of Scythe. There are two identical but isolated computers that communicate with a third, which controls the launch of missiles.
Uh-huh. Well, let's do what we usually do.
This computer is functional and performing an average 1.2 million operations per second. This computer is functional and performing an average 0.75 million operations per second. This computer directly controls the missile launch system. There is no way to interface with it directly, but the other two computers are accessible. A crude uranium-235 nuclear device with lithium-beryllium shells to increase heavy particle fallout. A crude uranium-235 nuclear device with lithium-beryllium shells to increase heavy particle fallout. Readings indicate an extremely high radiation level beyond those doors. It would be fatal to proceed beyond them.
Okay.
These warheads are not a very efficient delivery system, Captain.
Who needs efficiency when the end of the world is everywhere around here?
Curb your emotions, Doctor. They serve no constructive purpose here.
There's nothing constructive about this place, Spock. It's an obscenity.
I don't have anything to say right now, Bones.
I wish I hadn't seen any of this.
Sometimes it's useful to confront the dark side of our nature, that which we might become.
Right.
No intruders, Captain. I think everyone died a long, long time ago. I wonder what caused it.
For people with emotions, Ensign, there are many things that can cause hatreds. And each new hatred breeds more hatred and makes the path of peace harder to find.
It's easy to say when you're not involved personally, Mr. Spock. But when people have treated you like a second-class being because you were different, hate can become the only thing they can't take away from you. That is what started most of the firestorms of history.
Well, gentlemen, here's one fire we can put out. Let's go to work.
Well said.
Welcome to Side Operations Center, Alpha Unit. Estimated time to optimal launch range is 3.21 hours adjusted. Welcome to Side Operations Center, Omega Unit. Estimated time to optimal launch range is 1.31 hours adjusted.
Captain, something is wrong with the computers. They may be twins, but they are not identical.
It appears they are out of sync, Captain. I have to assume the Alpha unit has a virus, which is using up an incredible amount of computing time.
They report different optimum launch times, which is right.
Given the elliptical orbit and the range at which they will pass Proxtree, the Omega unit is correct, but the window is very narrow. A variation of minutes will mean the missiles run out of fuel and fall harmlessly into the sun.
Can you reprogram the Lucas computer to give us that time, Mr. Spock?
Reprogramming an old alien computer is not simple, Captain. The odds against success are 10,221 to 1 against.
Too bad all Omega here couldn't just take a sick day and miss the firing.
Because the two machines are isolated, the virus did not spread from one to the other.
If we could only bridge them.
Bridge them? Well, we've got wires. Well, let me save.
Save new game. Too many games. Save new. Replace delete. Save new game. The connector snaps into place.
Mr. Spock, why don't you take a look at those computers?
Welcome to Side Operations Center, Omega Unit. Estimated time to optimal launch range is 1.54 hours. Adjusted.
The launched missiles will run out of fuel before they reach Proxtree. They will drift into the sun and burn up.
Did we do it?
Kirk to Enterprise, how are the transporters, Scotty?
They're operational again, Captain. We're ready to bring you back at any time.
Bring us home.
Lucky's head computer has a virus.
Message from Starfleet.
On screen, Lieutenant.
We have read your report on the problems at Proxima 3 and evaluate your performance at 100%. You and your crew received 4 commendation points. A perfect mission, Jim. You are a model for all Starfleet.
Hard to believe that Earth came so close to the brink itself.
Vulcans, too. Both, in the end, looked into the abyss and came to the only logical conclusion.
Logic? Humans? I'm dreaming, Jim.
Sometimes.
To be honest, though, this was all Mike's mission. I did not know the codes at all.
Sounds like emotion had its part to play in a positive sense, too.
I don't know about you, but I'd like to bid an emotional goodbye to Alpha Proxima myself.
Take us out of orbit, Mr. Sulu.
I don't have time to read or write down notes.
Vengeance.
That's why I got you guys.
Captain's log. We are arriving at the last known position of the USS Republic, which reported that it was under attack 12 hours ago.
Captain, the ship's sensors have picked up what appears to be a starship. Minimal life support, minimal engine power, and only 2 life forms, one on the bridge, the other in sickbay. Both appear to be gravely injured. It is the Republic.
Spock, come with me. Mr. Scott, you have the con.
I am preparing an information packet for Starfleet. Shall I send it or wait for you to return?
Send it now. If a hostile ship arrives, head immediately for Starbase 24.
Yeah?
Wait until we get back. No sense giving Starfleet incomplete information. If anyone else arrives, beam us aboard and raise shields immediately. Send it now. If a hostile ship arrives, head immediately for Starbase 24.
My God, Jim, what kind of butcher would do something like this?
I don't know, Bones. We're too far from the Klingon and Romulan borders for it to be one of their ships.
Enterprise to Captain Kirk.
Kirk here. What is it, Scott?
We picked up a distress signal. It appears a trading vessel is having a wee bit of trouble with their warp drive. What condition is the Republic in?
It's a mess, Scotty. Life support's functioning, but that's about it.
I've done a primary scan of the Republic's systems. Main and auxiliary power is out. Life support is stable. I also read that communications are operable.
Should we beam you back, Captain?
Do the sensors read any other ships in the sector?
Besides the trade vessel, this sector is clear, sir.
Mr. Scott, we will continue here. Assist the trade ship and return here. If we need assistance, we'll contact you.
You sure you'll be all right, Captain?
Yes, Scotty, just don't take too long. Kirk out. Well, gentlemen, let's see if we can re-establish power.
Jim, don't forget. There's another survivor on board. We've got to find him.
Okay. Well, we're gonna save. What was the name of the mission?
Save new game. Replace
Does anyone remember?
Delete previous game. Save new game. Delete previous. Save new game. Replace. Delete previous game.
Republic? Amnesia? Isn't the Republic the ship?
Save new game.
No, call it Repub. Rep 1.
Nothing to report, Captain. Captain, records indicate that this ship was attacked by a Constitution-class starship.
Any idea of which one it was?
I am reading a record of the transponder signal, NCC 1701.
The Enterprise?
It's the Enterprise, Captain.
Someone must have tampered with the computer records.
May I remind you, Doctor, that the main computer of a Constitution-class starship has safeguards against such an intrusion. Furthermore, I do not see any discrepancies in any of the files that I am able to access.
The Enterprise?
There are no more computer entries accessible from this station.
We're too late. This man must have died just a few moments ago.
Can you bring him back?
Punctured lung, nerve damage, brain damage, fractured arm and ribs. It's a miracle he lasted as long as he did. He's not coming back, Jim.
Rip.
They're dead, Jim. All of them. There's nothing there requiring a ship's doctor. They're dead, Jim. All of them. They're dead, Jim. All of them. There's nothing there requiring a ship's doctor.
Should have scanned that guy first, maybe.
There are no more computer entries. Tricorder readings indicate that the ship is running on minimal battery power. Only life support and essential systems are currently running.
They're dead, Jim. All of them.
Okay, well.
Here is the body of Captain Patterson of the Republic. He didn't die without a fight. This man is dead. This person is dead. This person is dead.
My tricorder has picked up the final entry of the Republic.
We're under attack. Our sensors are inoperative. We're trying to get shields up. Our rear deflectors down. It appears our enemy is a Constitution-class starship. We've tried to defend ourselves. We've hailed them, but no response.
That's all there is, Captain.
Dick Patterson was never one for making long speeches.
Why did the Enterprise
Tricorder
attack?
readings indicate that the ship is running on minimal battery power. Only life support and essential systems are currently running. The controls have been totally destroyed, undoubtedly due to circuit overloads caused by the battle.
Okay. Where do I click? Oh. Sick bay.
There's nothing more I can do.
Rip.
The crewman's death was pointless, just like too many deaths in human history. There is a twisted mess of wire and metal falling from the gaping hole in the ceiling. It is blocking access to Turbolift 2.
Oh, she's still alive.
I can't believe it. That's Brittany Murata. I knew her from my academy days. We studied alien history together.
She's suffering from severe trauma and internal bleeding. I'll see what I can do.
Do what you can, Bones. I need to find out what happened here.
She's in bad shape, Jim. I've tried to stabilize her, but it doesn't look good. She's in bad shape, Jim. I've tried to stabilize her, but it doesn't look good.
No! You won't get us!
Marata, what happened?
They said it was the Enterprise. They had visual confirmation.
What about the Enterprise?
You killed us, Jim. We were friends for you. I trusted you.
It wasn't the Enterprise, Marata.
There's nothing more I can do.
Well,
You retrieve the medical drill. You pick up the empty hypodermic injector.
Nothing to report. Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to
He's dead, Jim. I can't bring him back. There's nothing more I can do for her, Jim.
well, this is bad.
Life support must have gone down during the fight. Most of the people died from shock before the backup systems came online.
Captain, did I ever mention how much I hate hospitals?
I believe nothing needs to be said, Captain.
Kirk to Enterprise. Kirk to Enterprise.
Enterprise here. We're still tracking the distress call. Are you all right, sir?
Yes, Uhura. Just wanted a status report. Kirk out.
Okay, well.
Well, gentlemen, let's see if we can re-establish power.
There is a twisted mess of...
We move it?
There is far too much debris to be cleared by hand. You fail to obtain...
Maybe there was something that we could loot. We could loot.
You fail to obtain... You fail to obtain... This is the Republic's... You look but see nothing of no... This monitor has recorded the death of a patient. This door leads back...
Well, let's get the power back on.
This turbo lift cannot reach that area of the ship. This turbo lift cannot...
Oh boy. Okay, so what do we have here? Well, let's talk to the boys.
The Starfleet engineers did their work well, Captain. A surprising amount of the ship is intact.
Too bad you can't say the same for the crew. I'd like to meet the people responsible for this and give them a piece of my mind.
You'll get your chance, Bones, I promise.
Yet another crewman of the Republic whose life was unfairly abbreviated. This is the maintenance panel for the auxiliary control room door.
The vent is far too small for any one of us to fit through. It is also blocked 0.3 meters inside the duct.
Okay. Sparky wire. Yeah, she did. I don't even know what this is.
This is a laser drill.
Oh.
This is an empty hypodermic injector.
Okay, well, there's something we can pick up.
Nothing to report, Captain. This is a molecular saw, Captain. It is used for precision cutting. My tricorder reads that the power cells are fully charged.
Oh.
You fail to obtain any. You retrieve the molecular saw. You fail to obtain.
The vent is far too small.
He's dead, Jim.
Not like this. Not like this.
The panel has been fastened shut with some kind of sealant.
Okay.
Save new game. Replace save new.
Rep 3. Killed us, Jim. You killed us all.
This door leads to auxiliary control.
There's not many places we can go. The bridge, auxiliary, or sick bay. Back to the bridge.
This man is dead.
Nothing here.
A common tritanium duranium support beam which has snapped away from the hull. The support beam is still attached to the hull.
Well.
The molecular saw easily cuts through the beam, separating it from the hull. You pick up the beam. It's a little heavy, but you manage it.
Why did I do this? What's the point of this? My leverage to a problem. Oh. I was impressed for a moment. Well, we got a power saw. I mean, it's obvious we had to saw something.
The debris is blocking the turbolift doors.
Gotta get rid of the debris. Oh. Okay. Well, we put a beam here. I thought you were going to use the beam to get rid of the debris.
The support beam appears to have stabilized the ceiling.
Well, that's good. But how do we get rid of the debris? Well, you know what? We'll find out next time.
Save new game.
We gotta move on to another game. So, with that, we are gonna stop Star Trek for today. We're gonna be, yeah, it's a two-parter. And we're gonna be moving on to Disco Elysium in a few minutes after the break, so stay tuned for that. But we'll give a special thanks to Worm for supporting the channel on Patreon, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.